guys, come on downstairs. Welcome to episode number 1 of our Cincinnati Reds rebuild. I announced this series a couple of weeks ago, and I've been working pretty hard to get a little bit of a cushion in this one. And what we're going to do here is each season we're going to pre-schedule 16 games that we're going to play, so comparable to Madden NFL seasons, 16 games that we'll play all the way through. And then the other ones I am just going to quick manage. So we're going to start this one off with April 1st, the season opener against the St. Louis Cardinals, and then we'll do the following 15 games. So, game number 1 of our Cincinnati Reds rebuild. It's opening day, one of the great traditions in baseball, opening day in Cincinnati. Great American ballpark, and a nice NL Central rivalry to get things started for us here in this series against the St. Louis Cardinals. Sonny Gray, last season's numbers, 5-3, 3.70 ERA in 56 innings. He's going to be the opening day starter, the ace of our staff, and let's get things underway here in the first inning. This is Edman on a 3-2 count with nobody out and nobody on, and the first batter of the season draws a walk against Sonny Gray. Paul Goldschmidt at the plate now with 2 outs, still in the top of the first with Edman on first base. Full count. Here comes the delivery from Sonny Gray. And this one is down into the corner. It's going to rattle around, dug out by Castellanos. Here comes the relay to second. He's in safely, and a run is going to come in to score on the RBI double by Paul Goldschmidt. Middle of the first inning, Cardinals strike first, 1-0, Redbirds. Bottom of the first inning, Jonathan India making his major league debut here. Delivery and a line drive right up the middle, a base hit to lead off the game for the Reds, and it's the first major league hit for Jonathan India. Castellanos now with India at first and 1 out. Jack Flaherty, by the way, the pitcher for the Cardinals, and this one is lifted high and deep to left field. That one's got a chance. And it is going to be caught right at the wall. So India has to retreat to first. And that'll bring up Eugenio Suarez with 2 outs, 1-2 count. Suarez lifts this one high and into foul territory down the first baseline. Catch is made. That will bring the first inning of season number 1 to a close. Cardinals up 1-0. Let's move to inning number 3. Sonny Gray at the plate now, facing Jack Flaherty. Nobody out, runner on first. And Sonny Gray trying to pull back the bunt. Ends up getting hit by the pitch. And with nobody out, the Reds have a couple of runners on. Jonathan India at the plate now. He's going to try to lay down a bunt. Bunts it down the first base line, and he's going to be tagged out for out number 1. That'll bring up Joey Votto. 0-1 count. Votto lifts one into shallow right. The runner at third, his speed is a rating of 8. And so we're not going to send him. He would have been thrown out by a mile there. All right, Nicholas Castellanos with 2 outs. Need to get a base hit to score some runs for the Reds. He fouls off a 3-2 pitch. Another one from Flaherty is fouled off. And then he swings and misses. Castellanos leaving runners at second and third. End of 3 innings. Great American ballpark. It's still 1-0 Redbirds. We go to the 5th inning now. Jack Flaherty at the plate. Pitcher versus pitcher here. With 2 outs. Nobody on. 1-2 delivery from Sonny Gray. And Flaherty, too short, backhanded there by Eugenio Suarez, and he's thrown out at first. Halfway through the ball game, it's still 1-0 St. Louis. Let's go to the 6th inning. Nolan Arenado at the plate for St. Louis with a runner on third. And 1 out. 2-2 count. And Arenado's going to swing and miss at the breaking ball from Sonny Gray. 8th strikeout of the game for Sonny Gray. That'll bring up Paul Goldschmidt. And like the Reds a little while ago, he's going to have to get a base hit to score a run. He's going to swing through a fastball. And that'll bring us to the middle of the 6th. It's still 1-0 St. Louis. Bottom of the inning now with 2 outs. Nobody on for Eugenio Suarez. Jack Flaherty, pitch number 73 on the night. It's ripped to third where the catch is made by Nolan Arenado. And that will end the inning. Pitchers duel going on here in opening day of season number 1. We go to the 8th inning now. Moving ahead here, Jonathan India. Still 1-0 St. Louis with 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th, the 1-2 count. Jack Flaherty about to throw pitch number 96, and India cannot make contact with that 2-seamer. End of the 8th inning. Reds trailing 1-0. We head to the 9th now. Giovanni Gallegos on to try to shut the door. 4 saves and 4 opportunities a year ago. And they're going to give him a shot at the full-time closer job, it looks like. With nobody on, nobody out, 0-1 count, Joey Votto sends it to shallow center field. It's going to drop in there for a base hit. And maybe the Reds have something brewing here. Nick Senzel is going to come in to pitch run for Joey Votto. Nicholas Castellanos, the next batter with nobody out. Senzel at first. Castellanos lifts one to left. This one's going to be an easy play out there for out number 1. Tying run sitting at first base. Eugenio Suarez now with 1 out and a 1-2 count. This one is going to drop in fair. Senzel's rounding second, going to third. And with just 1 out, we're going to hold him up there and see if we can manufacture a run here. We're going to pinch run for Eugenio Suarez with Aquino. Cardinals choose to put Jesse Winker on first. So the bases are loaded now with just 1 out. Giovanni Gallegos in trouble. And here's the delivery to Mike Moustakas. He swings and misses and strikes out. And now with 2 outs and the bases loaded, it's going to be Tyler Naquin. On an 0-2 count, Naquin swings and misses. Reds stranding runners all over the base pass in this game. End up getting shut out by the Cardinals 1-0 in a very low-scoring game. Not a lot of hits. Jack Flaherty is your player of the game. 8 innings pitched. Gave up 2 hits, had 10 strikeouts and a pair of walks. Sonny Gray will get the loss for the Reds. Suarez went 1 for 4 with a double. And Jonathan India got his first major league hit. Not much more notable than that. All right, the next game we're going to play is going to be on April 12th against the San Francisco Giants. So all of the games in between here and there, we're going to quick manage. Finish off this series with the Cardinals first, with Miles Michaelis against Luis Castillo in game number 2. So we're going to quick manage that one. We'll blow through this one quickly. I speed it up for you so you can kind of see, watch the line score up at the top and see how the games are rolling out. Looks like we are trailing 4-3 as we head up into the 7th inning. Still 4-3. More zeros on the board. It looks like we're in the bottom of the 8th here. And we get 1 in the bottom of the 8th. We're all tied up at 4, and we're going to extra innings here in game number 2 of the season. And the Cardinals put 3 on the board. We put 1 on the board in the bottom half. Cardinals get the win, 7-5. Dakota Hudson gets the win for them. TJ Antone gets the loss for the Reds. Gallegos picks up another save. Paul Goldschmidt 3 for 5 with a home run and 3 RBIs for St. Louis. Game number 3, final game of this opening series with the Cardinals. And St. Louis puts 2 on the board in the top of the first. We put 1 on in the bottom of the 3rd. They tack on another one in the top of the 4th. It's 3-1 now. And we get a couple of runs to tie it up in the 5th. They get 1 in the 7th. It's now 4-3. And they get 3 in the 8th. It's now 7-3, and we get 1 in the bottom of the 9th. It's not enough. So we get swept in the opening series. Heath Hembry with the loss for us. Gallegos gets another save. John Gant with the win. Nolan Arenado with a home run and 3 RBIs, along with a stolen base for St. Louis. All right, second series of the season. We're going to host the Pittsburgh Pirates. Wade Miley getting his first start of the season against Trevor Cahill. And Pittsburgh's going to put 3 on in the top of the first. We put 2 on in the bottom of the second. It's 3-2 Buccos. We go to the 5th inning, tie it up. This is looking familiar. 4-3 now for Pittsburgh in the top of the 6th. And our struggles look like they're going to continue here unless we can get some runs here in the 9th. And it's not going to happen. The Pirates get the win. They improve to 2-2. We fall to 0-4. Richard Rodriguez with a 1-inning pitch comes in and gets the save, his second of the year. Wade Miley is tagged with the loss. Trevor Cahill gets the win. Buccos go to 2-2. We fall to 0-4. All right, here's a quick look at the standings here. The Cardinals are 3-1. Brewers, Cubs, Pirates are all 2-2. And we are sitting at 0-4. Game number 5 of the season will be Mitch Keller against Jeff Hoffman, our 5th starter, before the rotation turns over back to Sonny Gray. And let's see if we can pull out a win here. Finally, we score first with a couple of runs in the first inning, and we tack on 5 in the 3rd, 2 more in the 4th. We're up 9-0, and it looks like we might be headed to our first win of the season, much needed here in game number 5. It's now 9-2. Go to the 8th inning. We put on another one. It's 10-2. And 10-4, we end up with a 10-4 win. Jeff Hoffman gets the win. Mitch Keller with the loss. Eugenio Suarez hit 2 home runs in the game, had 3 RBIs. For us, a 14-hit game, and we get our first win of the season over Pittsburgh. We have one more game with the Buccos, I believe, here before we move on. Sonny Gray will make his second start of the year against Tyler Anderson. And let's get into that one. Nobody scores in the first, nobody in the second. We've got a low-scoring game here. Finally, we put 1 on in the bottom of the 4th. It's 1-0 Reds. We go to the 6th inning now. Still just 1-0. And let's see if we can hold on to it. Sean Doolittle comes in and gets the save. A 1-0 win for the Reds. We improve to 2-4. Pittsburgh falls to 2-4. TJ Antone gets the win. Sonny Gray only went 3 2/3 innings, had to leave the ball game. I don't believe he's going to miss any time, if I remember correctly. He just got nicked up, had to come out, but he should make his next start, as far as I know. All right, we're 2-4. We're facing the Arizona Diamondbacks in our next series. They are at 1-6. We're into the 2nd inning here. 3rd inning, still no score. Looks like we give up 1 in the 4th. We tie it up in the 7th. 1-1 ball game as we go to the 8th. And Arizona puts 1 on the board in the bottom of the 8th, and that's going to hold up. So Arizona gets the win. Alex Young, the winning pitcher. Lucas Sims out of the bullpen picks up the loss. Roberto Osuna with the save. Eduardo Escobar had a home run and an RBI for the D-backs. Next game, Tyler Mahle against Merrill Kelly. Second game of this series. And here we go. We get underway with a run in the 2nd. They get 2 in the 3rd, or 2 in the 2nd, 2 more in the 3rd, 2 more in the 4th, and all of a sudden we're down 6-1. Not looking good early in the season here for our Reds. It's now 9-1, and that's going to be your final score. Merrill Kelly with the win, Tyler Mahle with the loss, Ketel Marte 2 for 4 with a home run and 5 RBIs in the ballgame. And Arizona improves to 3-6. We fall to 2-6. I think we have one more game here with the D-backs. It'll be Corbin Martin against Wade Miley. And let's get that one underway. Arizona, 2 runs in the first, another one in the second. They're up 4-0 now after the 3rd. We put 1 on in the 4th. They match it. It's 5-1 D-backs now. And it looks like we might be headed to a 2-7 record. Oh man, they get 5 runs in a 7th, and this one is over. 10-2 win for Arizona. We fall to 2-7. Not a good start for the Reds. Escobar with another big game, 2 home runs in the game for Esky with 3 RBIs. And a 3-for-3 day for him. All right, we have made it up to the Giants game. That's going to be the next game that we'll play. We'll be at 2-7 going into it. And it is a road game in San Francisco. All right, let's look at our roster a little bit. We have only 6 players on the entire roster that are signed beyond Season 1, so we're going to have a ton of flexibility. Joey Votto's contract runs through Season 3, and that's a little bit of a hit, $22.5 million. And he's going to be 40 years old when that contract is up. Nicholas Castellanos, he is signed also through season number 3 at $16 million per. Mike Moustakas is signed through season number 3. His price tag is going to go up from 13.7 to 18.3 in year number 3. Eugenio Suarez is signed through season number 4 at 13.2 at that point, only 8.8 right now. Sonny Gray is signed through season 2 at $10.2 million per. And the only other player that we have signed beyond season number 1 is Shogo Akiyama, who is signed through season number 3 at $7 million per year. He's 33 years old, came over from Japan, I believe. And we have him signed for 3 years. Let's look at the standings as we close out episode number 1. The Marlins are out to a 7-2 start. The Braves are 6-3. Mets 5-4. Phillies and Nationals are both 4-5. Let's look at the National League Central, where we've got the St. Louis Cardinals out to a 6-3 start. The Cubs are 5-4. The Brewers and Pirates are both 3-6, and we are at 2-7. 4 games back. We've scored 27 runs and given up 44. And we're 2-7 in our last 10. Obviously, we've only played 9. Padres win 9 of their first 10 games. They're 9-1. The Giants are 5-4. Rockies 5-5. Dodgers 4-6, and the D-backs at 4-6 as well. Let's jump over to the American League quickly. The Blue Jays out to a 6-4 start. The Rays and the Orioles are both 5-4. The Yankees 4-5. The Red Sox 2-7. Let's look at the American League Central. Twins are 6-3, the White Sox 6-4, Indians 4-4, Tigers 4-5, Royals are 3-5 to start the year. Obviously, this is way early, but I'm going to try to get in the routine of always showing the standings at the end of every episode. In the American League West, the A's are 6-4, Astros 4-5, Mariners 4-5, Angels 4-6, and the Rangers are 3-6. So next up, we're going to have the San Francisco Giants, and then we'll quick manage a whole handful more of games. But that is episode number 1. Hopefully that gives you an idea of the format of this series. It's the Cincinnati Reds rebuild on Mama's Basement Sports Gaming.